Hey everyone! So, a couple of things to go over on the news video right now. First of all, thank you everyone who sent me nice messages about my neck and my shoulder. I want to just let everyone know I'm doing okay. I got medicine, I've been treated. It's going to be just a couple of weeks of some discomfort, but there's not going to be anything permanent from the looks of it, so that's great. My voice is probably going to be a little bit more kind of wary than usual. That's just because while I was in the emergency room, I think I might have gone a little bit sick with something. But I hope that you're able to tolerate my voice. I don't think it's that different, but I can tell it is a little bit different. Before we start our news video, I have a big shout out for the All Hell Unicron podcast, and specifically for Oscar and Jaboy. Oscar and Jaboy not only is one of my producers, but before he was my producer, he asked me to do an interview with him, and it was incredible. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had on YouTube, on TikTok, on any form of social media. It was hours of great conversation, the type of thing that left me buzzed and wanting to do more things with more people. It was just an absolutely spectacular experience. And there was the greatest magic of all, which was the fact that I grew up watching a lot of Oscar and Jaboy's stuff. I loved their Big Dumb Toy reviews when I was younger. Like, if you were to have gotten like a 12-year-old Ron and told 12-year-old Ron, hey, who's your favorite Transformers people? It'd have been like TJ Omega, Vangelis, Thew, and Oscar and Jaboy. Those were my guys. Those were the ones that I loved to see. So having someone who I had a lot of inspiration from and a whole lot of respect for seek me out for an interview was just, I can't put words to it. It is up now, and it literally just went up while I'm recording this. I'm recording this kind of middle of the day on Sunday. Please go watch it. It was so much fun. It was so much fun to be a part of. And it is a longer video, but I feel like there were a lot of great conversations in that video. And again, I'm just honored that I got to be a part of a project with someone who, when I was a kid, like, one of my little dreams was like, I want to work with all these guys I really enjoy watching. So there was a... You guys might make fun of me for this. Literally, when we ended the recording and ended the call, like, I went to bed and, like, I kind of cried a little bit because I was like, you know, even with all the stuff that's kind of in the background and making me anxious or making me upset, like, this was cool. This made me so happy to be a part of this space and just be able to be a part of anything, even kind of tangentially related to a lot of these guys I grew up really, really respecting. But on that note, please go watch that video. It was great. But this is, of course, the news video. We do have some sightings. We are finally seeing the first wave of the Deluxe Class Studio Series 2025 stuff. So this is Hatchet and Double Punch. Double Punch, I'm pretty sure, is just a minor remold of Scorponok. Looks pretty cool, but I'm happy with my Scorponok. Hatchet, though, I absolutely want to get Hatchet, because that's as close to Alternator's Ravage as we're going to get, and I really like Hatchet's design. I have his original Cyberverse toy, the one that turned to the Jet, so I can't wait to get the one that turns to the SUV. Nothing in third party, but there is this one that I'm going to kind of include. So this is a garage kit. It's going to be officially licensed for Wonderfest. I showed a picture of this Rat Trap and the Optimus Primal a while back. Basically, in Japan, because garage kits are so important to fandom scenes, at Wonderfest, official licenses are given out to companies that usually would just be artisan or third-party toys. This Rat Trap is going to be official for one day, but before and after that, this is a third-party Rat Trap, and it looks great. It doesn't transform, it's not articulated, it's just a model, but that's the best-looking Rat Trap rat mode I've ever seen, so they're doing a good job. Official reveals. We had a bunch to talk about. So, if you are still holding out the hope for Earthspark, we are getting a new Optimus. This is the Warrior class Optimus we've gotten before, but he's going to come with a trailer. The trailer has a massive gun in it. This is a great Optimus. So if you've not gotten this Optimus yet, I think the trailer looks like a lot of fun, and it'd be a good little duo to have. We're also seeing that we're getting a second Monster Hunter Transformer. This is just the silver Rathalos. There's not going to be any differences. It's just a color difference. This is also basically your Nemesis Prime, Rathalos Prime, if you really want to think about it that way. Excuse me, guys. But I think that's super cool looking. I'm not a massive Monster Hunter person. I know a lot of people who are, though. I know a lot of people who are into Monster Hunter don't care about Transformers, but they've been asking me about this Rathalos Optimus. Because apparently, I guess Rathalos and Monster Hunter just doesn't get that many, like, posable toys. So a lot of people are wanting to buy this just to have, like, a posable Rathalos, which is cool. I really hope I'm not mispronouncing that name. The Good Smile Company is doing a bust of G1 Optimus, and I really like the head design. I don't know, they've done something really magical. They've captured Optimus's, like, softness in his eyes, which is really hard to find in plastic. Good Smile Company, they do Nendoroid. They've actually done a few Nendoroid Transformers in the past, so this is going to be for the other end of collectors. If you don't want their kind of stylized chibi versions, you can now just get a really cool-looking bust of Optimus. And now, we gotta talk about the convention that just came to pass this weekend. So, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really trying with my voice right now. But we've been able to see not only Hook and Long Haul, but we've also been able to see the full Devastator prototype now. We've seen this prototype a few times, but this is closer to what the final product will be. I do think that Long Haul and Hook look okay. I think that Long Haul does look a little bit better, and Hook looks fine. It just, I don't mean to be negative or cynical. I think this is going to be a really good Devastator. But so far, the only member of the team I've seen where it's like, that is a must-buy for me is Scrapper. I do think I want Scrapper. I don't know if I'm going to be getting all of Devastator, which is a shame because I do think this is a good Devastator, but I have Devastators I'm happy with. I really just want a really good individual Scrapper, so that's what I'm interested in right now. But even still, what a wonderful looking set of toys. Now this one I was happy to see, finally, a physical copy of the Studio Series TF1 Sentinel, and he looks gorgeous, beautiful. I do think his backpack is worse than the mainline backpack. At the same time, I think the robot mode overall looks better. You're going to get the battle mode, and the jet mode just looks beautiful. One of my favorite designs in all the Transformers. This is a good looking toy for it. Cannot wait for this Sentinel to come out. This was a shock. No one could have seen this coming. But we're getting Hearts of Steel 2-packs of Optimus and Starscream. And I saw this, and I thought, okay, that's kind of cool. I don't know. I think it's really interesting and fun, and the Starscream I do like. But there's a part of me that's like, you know, I'd really think I'd prefer the Mastermind Creations versions of these guys. I don't really like the Optimus design. That's not on the toy. They captured it really well. I just don't personally like that design that much. Starscream's design is sick, but I'd rather get like a Starscream that I know has a Thundercracker and a Skywarp to go with him. And maybe we'll get that, because there's plenty of designs I could pull from. Overall, though, this tooth pack, I felt so bad because I saw so many people really praising it and excited for it, and it was kind of bouncing off me. And I was worried like, oh god, all these things people are excited for, and I'm going to be just this massive negative Nancy. And then this happened. We're getting a second 2-pack of Bumblebee, and then the canon Megatron. Just to be clear, Megatron didn't show up in Hearts of Steel. This was just a piece of concept art in the back of one of the issues. But we're getting this design, and I think that this is one of the best looking Megatrons we've ever had. Bumblebee looks good too, and the reason Bumblebee's going to be cool is if you have the Mastermind Creations guys, this Bumblebee's going to scale really well with them, better than the Hot Soldiers one did. But then this Megs is just magical. Oh, and by the way, he turns into a cannon. He turns into like a Civil War era cannon. This is as close to Gun Megatron as we're going to get for a long while. And I especially love like the spikes on his chest and the wheels. This is like, I don't know, a BDSM Megatron. I love it. I think this is such a cool 2-pack. I don't know if I'll pick up the Optimus and the Starscream. I might try to get the Starscream by himself. I will absolutely try to get this Megatron and this Bumblebee, though. I think that they just look really great. Now we got some stuff that's kind of coming in the pipeline. We don't even have prototypes of them yet. We are going to get a Studio Series 86 Perceptor with Ratbat and Ramhorn. This is probably going to be a Voyager price point figure, so we're going to get a deluxe with 2 of the cassettes. We've already had a Studio Series 86 Perceptor, but at the same time, Perceptor was apparently really hard to come by for a lot of people, so this will be a good re-release. Ramhorn, I don't think has had a modern toy in the scale that we've been looking at lately, so this is going to be great to fill out Blasters cassettes. And you can always use another Ratbat. I don't know if I'm into this. I already have good figures of all these characters, at least the 2 I care about, and I don't really care about Ramhorn or getting a toy of him. But this will be a good way to get a mainstay of the Autobot cast and to get one of the best cassettes. This I'm into. So, Walmart exclusive. But we're going to be getting Red Excellion and Sideways. That's going to be amazing. I really wish that this wasn't low-res JPGs that they put on here. I mean, look at the Sideways. My God, no upscaling to that photo. But it'll be really cool to see. I can't wait to see these guys in the flesh. I know that Excellion's going to be a repaint, but I want to see that Sideways so badly. I think it's going to be great. We're apparently also going to be getting an Amazon 2-pack of Sandstorm and Slug Slinger. I will say that when it comes to the Decepticon Target Masters from Titan's Return, there is a character who needs a re-release. I don't think it's Slug Slinger. Slug Slinger is still pretty easy to get. Misfire is the popular one. Misfire is the one that's going for $300. I'm hoping that this means that we are going to get a Misfire re-release sometime down the road, though. And these are both great toys. I'm going to assume that this is probably going to be the Legacy Sandstorm released alongside this Slug Slinger. So, a good duo. But then this 2-pack. We're getting Carnivac and Iron Fist. That is sick. That's so cool. Iron Fist, I don't know. I think they said that Siege Hound is what this is going to be a remold of. And then Carnivac is going to be Titan's Return Weird Wolf, potentially with a outer shell to be the proper Carnivac. I can't wait to see modern Carnivac. He's one of those designs that's always so cool to have come back, but the fact that he's a pretender kind of limits what you can do with him. But he's an important character. He's an interesting character. I can't wait to see him. But then this, yes! I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Some Devastation baddies to go with that Optimus. We're going to get the Runamuck Runabout drone, and we're also going to be getting their Conehead. Yes, I love Runamuck and Runabout, and I love Seekers of any form. I'll buy 3. I'll buy 3 of these packs. I don't care. I love Devastation, and I like these designs. I'll have them beat up Optimus. It's cool. I'd like to get, all the different color variations we got. I'd like to get the yellow version of the Battle Charger Lieutenant, and it'd be nice to get the other versions of the Seekers as well. But we'll just have to wait and see. Now this, for any Rescue Bots fans out there, we're getting Heatwave, and I think he looks good. He is a very extensive retool of that Legacy Bulkhead that we got 4 years ago. I think this is the best use of the mold. Looks better than Bulkhead, looks better than Breakdown. It makes me think that this was made to be Heatwave, which is why it's insane to me that it's taken this long to get to Heatwave. I know that I've seen some people complain about the fire truck. What I'll say is, weirdly enough, it's actually a perfect match for how the fire truck looks in the cartoon and in the actual toy. So even that, I kind of think was made to recreate. So, hey, we got half the team. We're just waiting for Blades and, what's the bulldozer's name? Is his name Boulder? I think so. In any case, we got Heatwave and Chase. Heatwave looks really good. Cannot wait for him. And then, the boy, Sky-Byte looks incredible. I cannot wait to see this Sky-Byte in person. I think that this is the best looking Sky-Byte we've ever gotten. I love my Thrilling 30 Sky-Byte, I do, but he has issues. This guy is just top to bottom, pitch perfect, beautiful. I think that this is one of the best looking toys we have on the horizon, and I can't wait to get this Peter Spellos son of a bitch in my hands. I really, really, really like him. Now, that gets us to the big reveal. And that is the fact that indeed, yes, we know the the next Hasbro Pulse fan-backed type of Transformer. We know the next big HasLab. And let's just look at the history of Transformers HasLabs, right? Unicron, biggest Transformer toy ever made. And $800, massive, massive guy, right? You also got the HasLab Victory Saber. 2 big figures. Great gimmick. Great construction. Really good toys. The HasLab Deathsaurus. Throne. All 3 modes. His Breastmasters. Perfect. And then you got Omega Prime last year. 2 massive toys. Still can do the Omega Prime gimmick. You actually get 3 toys because you get Ultra Magnus' little buddy. All awesome HasLabs. And I was never able to back any of those HasLabs, but I actually set money to the side because in my heart of hearts, I was convinced the next HasLab has to be RID 2001 Megatron. And I didn't need the other ones, right? I don't need a Victory Saber. Victory just doesn't mean that much to me. And I didn't need Omega Prime, but I need RID 2001 Megatron. I like Gigatron a lot, so I wanted that Gigatron. So I was a little bit disappointed when it became clear that the next one is going to be Leo Kaiser. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I saw this reveal on Blue Sky, and I thought, wow, it's weird that so many people are showing photos of the Iron Factory Leo Kaiser. It took me a second to realize it was a different toy. But let's just go through the list, right? And please, apologies, I don't know the Leo Kaiser team offhand. I know this is Leo Zach. Leo Zach looks pretty good. I think that he's a little bit kind of chunky in the robot mode, but the head sculpt is nice. Like the colors. Leo Zach is a great design. Just a great design all around. And then, of course, we're getting the Breastmasters for all of these guys, which is nice. It's nice that we're getting all of the pieces. Now, I don't remember the red guy. He still looks nice. Not as good as Leo Zach. I don't like the colors as much, but, it's accurate, right? Still get the Breastmaster. This guy's cool. He reminds me of Dirge. Is this guy's name Hellbat? I'm pretty sure this is Hellbat. Awesome. This is probably my favorite one out of all the designs we got. And again, Breastmaster. Okay, so this one is interesting. He looks a little bit rougher to me, but at the same time, it looks like it's going to be a cool transformation. I like the head sculpt. He reminds me of like a really slimmed down trail cutter. I like this a lot. But then we're going to get to, oh, by the way, his Breastmaster. Then we get to the legs. I'm pretty sure this is Kill Bison. And he's just way too chunky. Like, the knees are going to do nothing. Like, his lower legs are so thick. And then his tank mode is nothing. That's just a brick. That's just a big brick. And also his Breastmaster. And then this guy, who I'm pretty sure is Killdozer. And he's fine. He's very similar. Very big lower legs. I like his head sculpt a lot, though. And there's his Breastmaster. And then if we get to 13,000 backers, we're going to get Death Cobra, which is cool. He is also way too thick, I think. But I like his Serpentor head, and of course he's also going to get his Breastmaster. And then the Leo Kaiser looks great. Overall, I think this is going to be a good set of figures. $300, you're getting 6 guys. Like, it's nice. And they're doing the built-in combiner gimmick still, which is great. I don't get why this has to be a HasLab. I don't. So all told, it's going to be $300 for the HasLab, right? Which is fine. I saw someone try to say, like, oh, well, it's because they don't think that a combiner would sell well, which I think is demonstrably not true. I mean, yeah, a couple of the Combiner Wars guys went on discount because we had just done 2 years of nothing but combiners. I think that this could have done really well if you had just put it to mass retail. And I think that more people would have been able to pick out the figures that they wanted, and you would have had just more accessibility overall. I don't see anything here that necessarily means it had to be a HasLab. Meanwhile, compare contrast, right? I can understand why Unicron was a HasLab. He was just too massive. I can understand Omega Prime and Victory Saber because they were too big to be Commander and maybe not quite on the level to be Titan. I can understand. Deathsaurus was pushing it. I think this is also pushing it. I don't understand why this one has to be a HasLab, because LeoZac is a big combiner, decently well known, cool vehicle modes and alternate modes. This guy could have done decently well at mass retail. This isn't like an RID 2001 design where it's like these guys are kind of obscure and very niche. The Leo Kaiser is a decently well-known character when it comes to the Japanese exclusive characters. But then there's another part of this. I don't want to be that guy. I really don't want to be that guy. Usually I'm not that guy. Iron Factory Leo Kaiser is also going to be about $300, all said and done. And I like their individual robot modes so much more. And I like their individual vehicle modes so much more. And I think their Leo Kaiser mode looks better too. I think he's better proportioned, more super robot styled. I think the legs look a lot better. I think the arms look a lot better. And of course, Iron Factory has their own style. It's not perfect recreation. It's not as big as this Leo Kaiser is going to be. It's legend scale, but I'll be honest, I was eyeing the Iron Factory Leo Kaiser. That's a toy I would like to start putting together. They also did their version of Death Cobra, so the official one doesn't even have that one going for it. And plus, if you put Death Cobra on the Iron Factory one, he gets cool spider legs. I think overall, maybe it's just a matter of the Iron Factory one is too close in my mind. Maybe if this Iron Factory one was a few years old, I would be more excited for this Leo Kaiser. But I'll be honest, I think that he is a very lanky combiner. I think that the individual robot modes suffered a lot for the combined mode. And overall, I think it's a good-looking combiner. I do. I think it's a good-looking combiner. But I'm at a point in my collecting where it has to do more than look good. I have to be impressed with like the individual robots. I have to like the characters. If I was able to pick and choose, I'd pick up Hellbat and LeoZac in a heartbeat. I'd get those two, because I like those two. And I like their designs and I like their characters. I just don't see the value in it for me personally to get Leo Kaiser. If you see the value here and you want Leo Kaiser, more power to you. I think it's a good toy. It's just not for me. But overall, a cool looking set of figures. Very unique, very different. And it's going to be a very different play experience to the other big combiners right now, Superion and Devastator. I'm leaning more towards the Iron Factory. But that's me, personally. And that brings us to the end of the news. A big thank you to Oscar and Jaboy Confish. Like I said, Oscar and Jaboy just did the interview with them. It was incredible. Go check that out. But we also have to thank Sinan and Incinerator, who are both also very much helping me out here on the channel. And Silvershot, who is the newest of all my producers. If you would like to support me, I am actually over on Patreon. I also have YouTube memberships. For 99 cents, you get access to my Discord server, Moonbase 1. For $5, you are able to see my videos early and can download any video I make through my master copies of them. And finally, if you are a $10 backer, you can make direct requests from me and also be credited at the end of every video I make from now on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope my voice didn't ruin this video for you. I'm doing my best out here, fighting for my life out here. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see what we get up to next time.